all excited that it's come this fast. I mean, we went through the summer. I feel like we were just in spring ball talking about this game, and so now it's next week. We go to Ireland and play a great team in K-State, so I'm excited about it.
Both a trip that brings some kind of unique challenges going that far away. How are you guys preparing for a great opponent, but also having to travel?
Yeah, I think Coach Campbell's done a great job of communicating with us, finding out resources, whether that's from the NFL teams, college teams that have gone there in the past, how they did it, how they went out there, how they did their sleep schedule, how they did their food, their nutrition. I think a lot of that has helped us up to this point, and hopefully helps us next week as we travel over there and get ready for that game.
You guys are used to playing a big rivalry game, in the front of the season, but is it different opening with a game like that?
We play Iowa week 2, so usually we do have a rival game that early, but again, now we have to play 2 rival games in our first 3 weeks. So again, you go against a team that's really good, has a lot of great players, a great pass, and you're not really expecting that because usually you go against a team that's, kind of get the rust off, things like that, but K-State you can't. And so you got to be ready, prepared. You got to be, really good at the little things, the details come that game. And so I think we've done a great job in fall camp and throughout the summer to make us prepare for, next Saturday.
You did play them in the regular season finale last season. Is that game still maybe a little fresh on your mind, given that when it was played?
Yeah, a little bit, because all the stuff that we just went over, we kind of did it, 2 games ago, but it was also 6 months or however many months ago. But yeah, I think it's all that stuff is kind of still fresh in my notes. I have my notebooks from last season in my room right now, just looking over those, see if it's the same kind of things that we're going over right now. And I think that's good for all of us to know, is that we did play this game not too long ago, and it's going to be good for us to play them again and right away. And so, like I said, there is some similarities to it, and it's kind of good that we're able to play them right away.
Go ahead, Ben.
Going from the young guy when you were first got the starting job to now being one of the veteran guys, how do you think that you have changed your game and improved as a leader and on the field?
Yeah, that was one thing that I really wanted to, get better at, was being a leader on the field and off the field after, we had a lot of great ones leave last year. And I feel like I've done a great job of that this summer and throughout this fall camp, just hearing the guys from the locker room, hearing the guys from the coaches, the feedback has been awesome. And I think, preparing-wise, I think I always came into the facility acting like I was a starter, and I still do. I never know when my spot could get taken, or I never know what could be my last play. So I tried to prepare every single day like I'm the starter, even more and more every single day, whether that's coming in early, staying late, getting extra filming with the guys. I'm still doing all that stuff, still trying to figure out my ways to get better at that. And so I don't think anything's changed in that end.
Matt said he was really happy with where that wide receiver group is as a whole, even beyond the transfers that you kind of knew would be playing right away. But talk about the progress of that group just as a whole and how maybe they're ahead of the curve a little bit on things.
Man, I think all those guys in that room right now, like I keep saying this, there's so much depth in that room that I've never seen since I've been here. There's probably 6 to 8 guys in there that are really competing for a spot right now. And that's X, Chase, Brett, Dom, Eli, Carson Brown. All those guys have been really good throughout camp and really good in spring ball as well. And, throughout the summer we got together, watched film, did the extra stuff on the field without the coaches, and now we're kind of just all putting it together, in fall camp, and it's been great. So I'm excited to see those guys on the field and actually get live reps with those guys against another team.
Is there kind of a little competition even between those wide receivers and maybe some of the tight ends who want to see you guys go like 12, 13 personnel, all of that?
Yeah, I think a lot of the tight ends want to be on the field and run 12, 13 personnel, and then a lot of the receivers want to be on there and just go all receivers. Yeah. But we've been doing a lot of receiver stuff on the field because we have so many guys in that room that we want to get them the ball, and we want to keep them on the field. And so I think, showing that, next Saturday and throughout the season is going to be great.
What's been the impact?
No, you're good.
Impact on you throughout camp with the competition at center, taking snaps from a bunch of different guys?
Yeah, to me, all the snaps have been great. All 3 of those guys have put in the work, have done their jobs, whether, because I'm just catching the ball. I'm not really seeing everything else besides that, besides when the coaches watch it. But all the snaps have been great. I have a great connection with all those guys. Jim was my center 2 years ago, my first year starting. And then last year, BB and DB, they were both on the field with me. And so I have a great connection with all those guys. And, I honestly couldn't tell you who's going to start because they're all doing great in fall camp. And we still don't have a decision on that. And those three guys have been working their tails off to get where they are today. So I'm excited to see how they play and how they elevate themselves for next week.
Are there quirks to a center quarterback relationship when you're in shotgun all the time, or is it like you said, you're just catching the ball as long as they put it in your general vicinity?
Yeah, I think you
All right?
still got to have just awareness of what's going on around you and just the communication between the two. And like I said, I have that between all three of them. So, all three of those guys, like I said, have been working their tails off. We've been communicating with one another, each one of us, whether they're with the second team, the first team, we're still all communicating with one another, and they have a great relationship as well. So we'll see what happens.
I know, Coach.
You have run the ball very effectively against K-State the last couple of times. Do you have to be ready for some changes, different looks from them?
For sure. I never know. We don't know what they're going to run. We don't know what's going to come at us. So we're prepared for all that stuff. And I think Coach Waters and Coach Mouse have done a good job of letting us know that we don't know what they're going to run, and so we got to be prepared for everything. And I think that's why we've been preparing for K-State already, because there's so much stuff that they could do, and we have to be prepared for all of it.
I know Coach Clanton teaches the centers to snap with both hands. Does it change much from the way it looks or feels when it's the left hand or right hand?
In the beginning it does, and then once they start to get used to it, you really don't see a difference. So I think Coach Clanton's done a great job with those guys, snapping with the right and left, because you got to be able to punch with both hands off the ball. And so I think that's a good thing that Coach Clanton's been able to teach them.
What did you know about the Farmageddon before you moved to Iowa?
Nothing. I'm going to be completely honest, nothing. So that's all I got about that question.
What have you enjoyed about the rivalry so far?
I think there's the energy, the atmosphere that we've been able to see, whether that was at K-State 2 years ago, even though it was snowing. There's still so much people out there cheering on their teams. And then last year, when it was 4 degrees and everybody was here, we had everybody rushed the field. It's the amount of people that have been able to show up for those games. That rivalry has really shown me how great it is for these fans. In the both programs, so I'm excited to get a third one in the rounds, and so we'll come next week. We'll see how it goes.
What have you learned about yourself in those 2 wins, with them obviously being signature wins in both seasons?
Yeah, I think going back and watching those 2 games, I still have so much areas to grow. And honestly, against that team, because they do so many things on defense, they show my weaknesses, and I got to be able to see that film, get better from it, and prepare myself differently for this upcoming game. Because I thought last year, that game that we played, I thought I definitely could have done a better job for my team. And so seeing those areas that I could have done better and preparing like they're going to do it again come next week.
What are some of those areas?
I think it's progressing, seeing the defense with my eyes, not getting glued in or locked in on one side of the concept, and not being able to come back across, and whether there's an alleyway to just go scramble and run. I think I got to be able to make those decisions quicker.
I know when we talked in Dallas, it's easy to say that it's just another game in week 0, but now that game week is here,
Yeah.
does it feel different playing a rivalry, playing a conference game to start the year?
Yeah, I think it does. I think it would for any team that's playing this game. I mean, we also have to play another one in 2 more weeks. So I don't think that's kind of like where we've hit the mark where it is just another game, because we always play a rival week 2 of the season. We always play one early. So I think that's kind of how we're going into this, is where you have to be prepared no matter what. Whatever they bring at you, because it's the first game. You got to practice and go against every single thing, every single look in practice, and I think we've done a good job of that.